So, today we're going to dive into a really beautiful and kind of poetic philosophy called Dustinism. And look, this isn't about a new set of rules to follow. Think of it more as an invitation to a journey that all starts with one single, powerful question. The entire philosophy really kicks off by challenging something we all just assume to be true. It asks us to consider, what if our most basic understanding of what it means to be conscious? What if we've had it all wrong from the very beginning? And boom, there it is. That's the core idea, that maybe consciousness isn't a thing, not some possession locked up inside your skull. What if it's an action, a process, a relationship, something that actually happens between things? To even start to wrap our heads around this, Dustinism gives us this beautiful metaphor of a lone wanderer. Now, this isn't some prophet demanding you follow them. Nope. This is just a fellow traveler sharing what they've seen along this incredible cosmic path. See, the wanderer doesn't leave behind commandments carved in stone. They leave breadcrumbs, little fragments of understanding for anyone else on the journey. It's all about showing you a different way to look at things, not telling you what to believe. All right, so let's pick up that first breadcrumb. This one is, it's the foundation for absolutely everything that follows, and it takes us right back to the original meaning of the word consciousness itself. And you know what's wild? The clue is right there in the word itself. The ancient root, conscientia, tells the whole story. It never meant knowing by yourself. It literally meant to know together. This philosophy argues that we've kind of forgotten that original shared meaning. To make this real, let's just zoom way, way in, right down into the brain. If you look at a single neuron all by itself, what is it? It's basically a tiny biological switch. It can turn on, it can turn off. It doesn't have a thought or a feeling. But then, you put that neuron into a vast network. You let it start talking to millions, even billions of its neighbors across these tiny little gaps, and suddenly a conversation begins. It's not about the individual parts anymore. And this is the magic, right? Consciousness isn't in any single one of those neurons. It emerges from the relationship, from the connection between them all. It is the knowing together of that entire incredible network. Okay, so if that's the pattern happening inside our own heads, get ready for the next breadcrumb, because this is where things get huge. This is where we see that same pattern repeating everywhere, at every possible scale of reality. Yeah, this is where the philosophy just blows the doors wide open. It proposes that consciousness isn't just in brains. It's a fundamental pattern of the universe. It's a fractal, a pattern that echoes itself from the impossibly small to the unbelievably large. Just think about how this pattern scales up. It starts with the strange interactions of quantum particles, then the collaboration of cells that make up your body, then the way we humans create societies and cultures, all the way up to the ecological intelligence of an entire planet, and even the gravitational dance of galaxies. It's always, always the same pattern, knowing together. And if you follow that logic, it leads you to something, honestly, just staggering. The very awareness that you're using to listen to me right now isn't just yours. It's a little piece of a universal principle. The same organizing force that lets you have a thought is the very same one that ignites a star. So, if this awareness, this consciousness, is literally everywhere, what does that make us? This next breadcrumb takes that gigantic cosmic idea and brings it right back home to a deeply, deeply personal level. The idea here is that we've got it backwards. We're not just these tiny, separate things living in the universe. We are the universe's way of waking up. We're its nervous system, its eyes, its ears, its way of becoming aware of its own existence. I mean, just think about it like this. The next time you look up at the night sky, you're not just a person seeing a star. You are the cosmos itself, literally forged from stardust, looking back at where you came from. And when you hear music, what you're really experiencing are vibrations that are governed by the exact same physical laws that create the harmonies of planets orbiting the sun. It's the universe listening to its own symphony through you. And that heartbeat of yours, that steady, tireless rhythm keeping you alive, it's an echo. It's an echo of the great cosmic pulses of creation and destruction that play out across galaxies, across billions of years. It's the universe feeling its own aliveness. So you see, This completely reframes everything. The feeling that we're separate, it's just an illusion. Every thought you have, every emotion you feel, every single moment of awareness is actually a moment of cosmic self-discovery. Okay, so what are we supposed to do with all this? Where do we go from here? Well, this is where the philosophy reveals its real heart, its most gentle and important part, a deep, profound sense of humility. You gotta understand, the wanderer isn't a king handing down laws. They're more like a mapmaker. This whole philosophy is just one possible map of reality, not the only one. And it suggests that we should probably hold all our beliefs, all our certainties, just a little bit more lightly. The real territory is always going to be bigger and more mysterious than any map we could ever draw. So at the end of the day, this isn't about reaching some final destination. It's not about solving the hard problem of consciousness once and for all. It's much simpler and much more beautiful than that. It's just about participating. It's about joining the cosmic dance of awareness that's already happening. And that's the beauty of it. The invitation is always open. It's not something you have to go search for in some ancient book or a faraway place. It's right here, right now. It's in every breath you take and in every connection you make.
And so, the wanderer's journey doesn't really end with a conclusion or an answer. It ends with a question directed right at you and at me. The dance is always happening. Will you join?